Hi, I'm Gary Lineker, and this is The Rest is Football. This time, a special episode on a former teammate of Micah's who's never been far from controversy. We are talking about Mario Balotelli. And Micah, the obvious first question is, what was he actually really like as a bloke?
Well, honestly, like the deep Mario we're talking about, not the Mario that everyone sees in the media. He was one of the nicest, sweetest, most humble people you could ever meet. But then the media come into it.
So it's all down to the media.
So it's almost like I'm going to play up to the media now because they're going to write whatever they want anyway. So let me just act up to what they expect me to be like. But it's completely different to how sort of the real Mario is portrayed in the real world.
So was it an act then?
Of course it was an act. Come on. The stuff that he was doing was an act.
Why would you act that stuff though? Why?
Because certain people love attention and they would write what they want about him anyway, so he would just sell them sort of not a false narrative, but not the real Mario, because they'd write what they want everyone. So they expect him to write, or expect people to write crazy things about him, so he would just give them what they wanted.
When he joined Manchester City,
yeah,
you were there. Your first impression?
I thought, fuck me.
Not in a sexual way.
No, okay. Basically not.
No, I'm saying.
I thought he's like a fucking ugly version of me. That's what I thought,
Did you?
Nah, he was. People always say we used to look similar.
Yeah.
But he's not as good looking as Big Meeks, is he? If we're being honest about the situation.
Did you link up straight away, as in connect
but I just
straight away?
knew it was like a long lost brother.
Really?
Yeah. And
Mario Brothers.
Basically, yeah. But he was the main, and I was the, what do you say? The
second
the
fiddle.
side chick is what the people
Side
call
chick.
it. I was like the side. I was like the side.
What about the side kick?
Oh, the side kick.
Oh, right,
okay.
I quite like side chick.
So basically, like, he came at 18 or 19, and he was on great money. I just don't want to talk about money, but that amount of money so young. He was on like 160 grand a week at 18, like back then.
160.
And it's fact because I've seen the pay slip. It's not even one of those where you can say, oh, he's talking nonsense. I've seen with my own eyes.
Hang on a minute.
Yes.
You've seen his pay slip?
I've seen his pay slip.
How many zeros?
It was a lot of zeros.
Well, it sounds like, wow.
But he was the big fish. He come under Mancini. Mancini loved him. He was such a talented player. And I almost feel sorry for him at times because
he wasn't earning enough.
I think the money, I won't say money spoiled him. It's easy to say that, but he was more than what people were giving him respect for. He was a talented player who, he didn't really work hard, but he just had a natural gift. But we've all had players in teams that don't work hard, haven't we? But they're just naturally gifted.
Why are you looking at me when you say that?
Well, I mean, I'm just. We have though, haven't we?
Yes.
All our players in our team, and sometimes he can deliver something that I can't deliver, so I have to respect what he can do on the pitch and allow him to do what he needs to do to flourish, and that's totally fine. But I think the media over here just, I don't know, he came with this bling side and a little bit of crazy side, and they just absolutely thrived off it.
So did we not see the best of him then?
Well, he played well in the year he won the league. We didn't see the vintage Balotelli, no. But don't forget, and a lot of people say, don't forget, we have Aguero, Dzeko as well up front, Balotelli and Tevez. So look who he's behind. And he was young at the time. If he would have stayed and matured for a longer period of time, he would have done a lot better. The only thing I would say about Mario is you couldn't trust him.
Couldn't trust him with?
No, you could trust him with your life. I trust him. I could ring him, tomorrow and ask him for anything, and he would be there for me. But in a game, you need players who are going to be on the pitch. You get a red card at any time.
Yeah.
Or Tam was in Russia and he come out 5 minutes after the whistle had gone. So he's playing with 10 men. So in a way, Champions League night, Balotelli just comes out onto the pitch late. So we're all right, ready to go out, 10 versus 11, and there's no Balotelli.
So
when I say
kick
trust,
off.
as we kick, but you know what his excuse was? He was allergic to the grass.
Well, that's not great for football.
What do you mean he's allergic to the grass?
Any grass or the grass of this particular
Well,
stadium?
this particular stadium where we was at. So it's stuff like that. We went to...
So you actually started the game without him?
We started the game without him.
And they were playing on fucking AstroTurf.
Well done, Alan! But that's not... Do you remember we did a pre-season? I've talked about LA before.
I'd just say, though, before you go on.
Yeah, of course you can.
I used to have I don't know about you, do you ever get, like, recurring dreams? I always used to have a recurring dream when I played, and even after I played, that I couldn't get my kit on quickly enough to join the team at kickoff, and I missed kickoff. I was like, so I couldn't, like my shin pads, it was bad dreams, and I couldn't get, for some reason, I couldn't put my kit on to get out there to play. Maybe it was, you sure you weren't dreaming? You sure?
I certainly wasn't dreaming.
Genuinely had that.
I can tell you now.
And another one I had was that the ball's rattling around the 6-yard box, and I get 20 and I can't get it in, and it hits the post, and it's a tap in, and yeah. Or was that actually a game I played in? But no,
No, I don't have them. I dream about monsters or nightmares when you're trying to run from someone and someone's just on your shoulder.
Gareth Bale with his goal.
That's who it was. That's who it is. But then we went to LA pre-season, and then we was playing against LA Galaxy, and he's through one-on-one on goal, and he tries to do some sort of, I don't know, like drag back heel into the goal, and Mancini subbed him after like 30 minutes. So on the pitch, although he was a genius, you couldn't trust what he was going to do, and I think that's what let him down.
That against LA Galaxy, presumably that's a friendly.
Pre-season friendly, yeah.
So he's probably thinking that's a bit of fun, isn't it?
No, but
Is
I
that
mean,
not
it was
alright?
disrespect to the opposition. I think in football, there's an unwritten rule. You've got to
Do you
respect the opposition.
Do you
that
think
play.
so?
You have to. There's nothing wrong with skills.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'll show you the moment after.
All right.
Or he's basically.
We got it.
He's
here.
going
Come on.
through.
It's coming in. It's coming in. Someone's got it. Someone's got it. Come on. I need to see this.
I've seen it.
It's terrible.
Stands there after that.
Here we go. Hang on. Let's have a little look at this. Here we go.
So here I am. Oh, there, Micah Richards out right back. Look at that.
We'll make this available
burst.
to you at home.
Lovely run. He's onside.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's taking the piss.
That is taking the absolute.
To be honest, it's a friendly though.
But come on, Gaz. Even you, as two top strikers.
I wouldn't try that.
Look at this. Look at this. This is a replay.
Is that Dzeko next to him going, what
Basically.
the fuck are you doing?
Basically, yeah. Mancini, and then Mancini there subs him for Milner.
For Milner. But I don't think Milner would probably try something like that, though,
Definitely
would he?
wouldn't.
No. Okay.
So that's what I mean about Balotelli.
Yeah.
He had,
But football's entertainment.
but if he scores or he makes a genuine
Do you
attempt,
think if he'd scored doing that, no one would have said a thing, though, would they?
if the shot would have went on target, I don't think anyone says anything. But it went wide and like it trickled. Or trickled.
Hello,
Trickle. Right, darling.
So anyone didn't...
It trickled across the line, so come on.
I know. It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. That's too much, that.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
I agree with
Strikers?
that.
No,
You can't do that.
we wouldn't do it, but obviously
Only we wouldn't do it because we couldn't.
couldn't.
We love flair in the game, but there's a certain amount of respect you've got to have.
But that's a friendly, and it's a bit of,
Mancini didn't think so.
No, well, fair enough, and that's
Yeah.
probably why I never went to management. Deal with that kind of thing. Why then do you think he did something like that?
I think because he wants to be the star of the show. He wants to be something different. And I think when you are idolising, because when we talk about people coming onto the scene, Inter Milan, he won the Champions League, didn't he? And there was big expectations
With Jose.
for him. With Jose. So
Wasn't there a thing about with Mourinho where it was at half time and he'd already got a yellow card in a big game, and he said, right, Mario, the only thing I'm going to ask of you in the second half, one thing, just be careful, do not get another yellow and get yourself sent off. And obviously, what did Mario do?
that's what we're talking
Gets
about.
a yellow
trust.
card. But yeah,
But he was still a special player, and I don't care what anyone said. I've played with him. Technically very good. Shots.
there's no doubt in
were
his ability.
amazing. But just if you had a little bit more go, let's turn up to work like it's your last. I think that would have helped him a little bit more, which is sad because he had so much ability.
Yeah. It's quite funny, though, some of the things he did.
Yeah, it's good for us, the stories. I mean,
That's what I mean.
You weren't there when he blew the bathroom up, were you? Or wherever he blew up?
Fireworks.
Fireworks,
in
was
the
it?
house.
Was it?
So
We've all done that, though, haven't we, to be honest?
what blue? No, hold on. Let's talk about this because there's a story going round.
Yeah.
And yes, he burnt down his house. That is actually a true story. That's not a fake, that's true. But no one talks about the story when he was at my house, letting off fireworks in my house.
Oh, it's yours when he set the
No. This
fireworks
is what
off.
I'm trying to say, Gary. This is what I mean. So he did his own house, burnt it down, but then comes to my house and wants to do the exact same thing.
On the same day.
I don't know if it was the same day. But basically chasing around my house with fireworks.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And did he?
He didn't burn it down.
What were they? Like sparklers? Rockets? Like what?
Well, it wasn't sparklers.
Is that Roman candles?
What are the Roman candles in them ones?
Yeah.
Them
That's
spinning
it,
things.
on the spinning
I don't
things.
know.
What
Yeah.
we're talking about? Them ones. What are they was called? Rockets?
Bangers.
Bangers?
Bangers and mash. Bang.
We're talking about them ones.
Really?
Yeah.
So when he was lighting them, were you not saying, hang on a minute, Mario?
What do you think I
I'm not
was
sure-
saying? Fuck off, Mario.
Yeah.
Basically.
Not the first time you've had bangers in your house, is it?
Oh, anyway.
Call a couple of bangers.
Oh, dearie me.
Where were we?
Where were we? Sorry.
I don't know where to go from here. Really? So what? No, serious question.
Yeah.
Sort of. When he's like setting fireworks off in your house, you can't be happy with that.
Of course I'm not. I'm raging.
Did you get him out?
No, but the
Or
thing
did
is,
he not see that this is probably crossing the line somewhere?
that's what I think. I think our line is probably here, and I have a laugh and a joke. And of course I do, but his line is probably somewhere up here.
He's Gazza-ish in a way.
It's just that sort of...
Gazza would do exactly that kind of stuff. Stuff that, like, most of us, it's very, very funny, but would always often cross the line.
Push it too far.
Yeah, push it too far, because I suppose what it is, it's probably like something where you do something and it gets a laugh, and then you need to do something even bolder to get a bigger laugh, and then it...
Yeah, but it's too... Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with that, but sometimes it's too much. It's like...
too much.
It's come on.
Yeah.
I mean, you
I think it's craving the attention, like craving that the superstar on the pitch. And
Did
that to be the
he
attention of
allow
it.
you to light any of the fireworks?
No. Why would I light fireworks in my own house?
It was a joke.
But no, I mean, it's tough for me to talk about Balotelli because everyone always asks me, oh, what's it like working with Gary and Alan on Match of the Day?
Boring bastard.
Yeah. What's it like working with Roy Keane on Sky Sports? And what is Balotelli like? They're my 3 questions I always get.
Why did you go like that then?
What for?
You went there, my 3 questions.
Because we're two.
No, that's West Side of it.
Just there's 2 of us.
No, there's 2 of you, yeah. So Gary and Alan together, yeah. Gary and Alan
that's one.
together.
Yeah.
Then Roy Keane, and then Balotelli. It's the question, what are they like?
Oh, we need to up our game in
They
terms
do,
of
yeah.
the fireworks and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always just say, like...
So what's it
just
like
normal.
what's it like working with Roy Keane?
Well, do you want me to answer that? Or?
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's a lot better than with Alan and Gary.
I don't want to know what you say about us two.
You know what? It's weird. You know, let's just address it. Let's address. What is it? The elephant in the room, is it? It's weird because you work for different broadcasters. So you work for BT and BBC. You work for PLP and BBC, and I work for Sky and BBC as well. So like, people are always asking me, "What's it like? What's Match of the Day like? Who's the better to work with?" I'm like, "Well, they're all great guys." Oh no, but you must like Gary and Alan better.
Yeah.
Or you must like Roy better.
No.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I like everyone the same. I've got no favourites.
Micah, that's not good enough.
Well, who's going to make me the most money? that comes into it.
Is that all you're about, the Benjamins?
Well, of course I'm about the Benjamins, Gary. I've told you this once already.
All right.
But it's difficult, isn't it? Because like, BBC is completely different to Sky. Sky's live, so you can't
Hang on a minute. We're live.
No. Well, in terms of live when the football's going, we're analysis. We're live,
Yeah, and Match of
but the
Day's
games
live.
are already finished.
Yeah.
So it's an analysis program.
Understood. But I just
rather
wanted
than
to make
live
I
when
just
the.
wanted to make it clear for our listeners
Okay.
or viewers.
But people always say, "Oh, who are you going to work for, BBC, or who are you going to work for, Sky?" It's difficult because I like working with you all. Like, everyone brings something different. Everyone brings something different. And to be honest, fucking Roy Keane's way better than you two.
That's what we were waiting for.
I agree. That's all we want. All we ask for is honesty. So when Balotelli left Manchester City, were you relieved?
Were I relieved? No, I was gutted, to be honest. Because,
Were you close friends even after he tried to blow up your house?
Yeah, I don't know why, but he does a lot for charity. He's really good for. He was just good for the dressing room as well. Like, when anything was going bad, you could just blame Balotelli because everyone would think it'd be him. So I remember going out one time, and I've come in late, and I've come into the dressing room, and then we're having a meeting, and basically Mancini's told us something to do, and we go outside and we have this meeting, and basically I used to be the vice captain in terms of the fines and everything. So
Is that because you got the most?
so no, I actually didn't. I was always on time, to be fair. But then Company was the one who put me in charge of the fines and all that sort of stuff. And Balotelli always used to be basically late.
So he's fined all the time.
So it was fine. It was fine all the time. But I'm not gonna fine him. But me and Balotelli come to agreement. I won't put you down as late if you pay for the nights out. So basically, when we used to go out, we used to get a free, 20,000, 30,000 a night, paid for.
How much?
Come on, you know we roll, guys.
Well, I don't know anyone rolls like
You know how
that.
Big
but
Meats
no.
rolls. So that's what used to happen. But basically, he used to get blamed for everything, even when it wasn't him. And that's the sort of person that Mario, but he used to take it, not bothered.
Yeah.
Which was pretty sad, really.
It is in a way, isn't it? I mean, we laugh and we think, but you've got to wonder what's going on in his mind, in a sense, for the way he behaved and did these sort of things. No,
I just think
there's a reason for it.
I just think, he doesn't care.
Do you think that?
No, he doesn't care, but if he cared, he wouldn't do stupid things. So he's not bothered. I think that's part of his personality. I think he sort of thrives off being the one who's always spoken about, good or bad. So I think
Why always me?
What exactly? Why always me? That was a bit weird. I didn't know he was doing that.
But do you think someone would do that T-shirt under "Why always me" if he wasn't worried that it was always him? Do you not think it's something deeper going on?
Maybe it's something
I'm
deeper.
being a bit therapist vibe here, but
Maybe, but I think he just wanted to show a statement. Like, why is me? He knew he was going to score in that game. It was like Yaya Toure, that sometimes they know when they're going to do big things. Like Aguero said he was going to score in the last game of the season when we won the league. Tevez, when he come back, he said, "Don't worry, I'm going to score."
But Balotelli did do the little nudge
It gives
to Aguero
gives the assist.
in
Yeah.
that moment. That was
bad
an
assist.
amazing thing.
You must know, as top players like yourself, when you have that, it's not arrogance, but it's a different kind of confidence that you know when you're feeling right in the morning, you're putting your boots on, you're going to deliver. And that's what separates you from,
I don't
say,
know,
my level. No.
I think it's an arrogance as well, though. In a
Yeah,
good way.
okay.
In a good way.
When you're at your best, you do feel, I don't know, occasionally, it didn't happen all the time, but when you're on a pitch and things are good, and you just feel like, actually, I absolutely do whatever I want. And even though you couldn't, but you felt like you were absolutely in control.
Okay.
But that didn't happen all the
But
time.
what's the difference between me, say a Premier League player who's done well, won the Premier League and all that, but Gary Lineker, Alan Shearer, top, what separates? Because people always ask you, why were they so good and why could you not get to that level? Why? And people always, like, I laugh and joke about not preparing well, but I trained hard and my diet could have been a little bit better, but I went out. But what separates the top from just a good Premier League player? But that's what people want to know.
Yeah.
That's the difference, you know?
Yeah, well,
Obviously, ability. Ability, we all know. That's number one factor.
yeah, but I can't speak for Alan, but for me, I was surprised by everything I achieved.
But how, though?
Because because I was genuinely surprised by everything.
But did that spur you on? Because you had...
I was incredibly driven and massively ambitious, and I wanted to be the best, and I lived properly, and I absolutely focused and thought about football all the time. But I always genuinely thought, I'm overachieving, I'm blagging it, I'm getting away with it because of the nature of the way I score goals and stuff. I mean, Alan, I suspect, is probably different. So I don't think there's a given rule. I don't think there is. Alan?
Well, you're right. First, I think you've got to have the ability, but then I think a lot of it is attitude.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah.
Mental attitude, being able to stay...
I think also it's mental strength. The ability to kind of remain, especially for strikers, you've got to be incredibly cold, cool, and calm in all positions. You know what I mean? You can't be nervy and be a really good striker. You've got to, and that's something it's like one of you, you're either given it or you're not.
So you can't teach that?
I don't think
being a calm.
I don't think you can teach that.
You think that's within?
No, I don't think you can teach that. There's lots of things you can teach and you can improve and you can practice and stuff. But when you're in a given situation, when the pressure's really on, when it really counts, to remain calm, you can still miss, but to remain calm.
I think, certainly from my point of view, what drove me on was a fear of failure.
And that's another thing, but yeah.
And I never, ever once in my career thought I'd made it. Never. And I look back.
That is very similar feeling to me.
And I look back at the end of it and think, fucking hell, you did all right. You did really well. But it was I've done well in this game. Now
Could have done better.
That's now gone. What do I got to do the next game? And it's a fear of, shit, if I miss a chance or and that's what drove me on.
And the other thing I say is that it's so rare that I would walk off a football pitch satisfied. Really, really rare. Even if I scored a hat-trick, I'd go in the dressing room and think, oh God, could have got 4 today. Always. Never, I don't know. Never satisfied. If you scored a last-minute winner, that's a little bit different, but...
Yeah, but it's interesting to know, like, just even as a former player myself, is what separates the difference. Because when I first came into the team, I was playing Premier League at 17. It was unheard of. England's youngest ever defender. Yes, injuries. People can blame injuries. Put the injuries to the side. Like, why wasn't I not being able to maintain that level? And I ask myself all the time, forget the injuries aside, but...
Well, spending 25, 30 grand a night out with Balotelli might have had
Maybe that's one of the reasons.
Fucking hell, idiot!
We all did that. Back in the days, you was drinking. I got the drinking culture from you guys, no?
Yeah, but we drank, but then we knew how to train and work hard to get back. We certainly didn't spend fucking 100 grand a night in Vegas.
Fuck you!
I don't know where we can go from there. So, Micah, thanks very much for your Balotelli contribution. Alan as well. And thank you for watching or listening. We'll see you next time.